Hi, I'm Ranger Dave, and I'm out here on the trails in the mountain park in Beulah, and I'm looking for signs of spring. And I think I'm going to find a whole lot of them. Would you like to come with me and let's go see if we can find some signs of spring? Come on, let's go. I love to go a-wandering along the mountain track. And as I go, I love to sing my knapsack on my back. Oh, look at these flowers. You may know what these are. These are called spring beauties. Now, when winter is just starting to become spring, you might find one or two or very few spring beauties. But when you have a lot of them all together like this, then you know it's really spring. So here's another sign of spring. Those flowers are called chiming bells. They look like little bells. If you listen, maybe you could hear them ring. Okay, so here's another sign of spring. That flower is called mahonia. Can you say mahonia? Sometimes it's called Oregon grape. Notice the teeth on the leaves, and those flowers will turn into a purple berry later in the summer. So look at that beautiful meadow. In the winter, that meadow is covered with snow, but when the snow melts, those grasses turn green. Look at how pretty that looks. That's another sign that it is spring. Winter is over. The grasses are green, they are growing, and they are welcoming the spring. So all those bird songs means that it is spring, because in the springtime is when the birds do a whole lot of singing. Listen. Oh, and here's another springtime flower. That is called wild onion. It's a pretty little pink or white flower, and that only comes out in the springtime. Oh, here's another sign of spring. See those tiny little leaves on there? This is called mountain mahogany. And just about 2 weeks ago, there weren't any leaves at all on this bush. But this little shrub here, mountain mahogany, is starting to grow its green leaves, and that means it is spring. Look at those and listen to the birds. Hi, Earth Keepers. I hope you're enjoying our springtime hike. Let's keep going and see what other signs of spring we can find. Valdoree, Valdora, Valdoree, Valdora, Valdoree, Valdora, my knapsack on my back. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, if you see that right there, those are the buds of the oak tree. Sometimes it's called scrub oak. The more technical word is gamble oak. And those leaves are not quite ready, but they're getting ready to come out. Oh, here's some more oak leaves, and these ones are actually leaves. They're not just buds, so they're getting bigger still. A sign that spring has arrived. Okay, now there's a nice pretty flower. That flower is called larkspur. And that tells you that it is springtime in the mountain park. Okay, so here's another plant that has new leaves on it. The gamble oak, the mountain mahogany, and this one called choke cherry. These are plants that lose their leaves in the fall and then grow new ones in the spring. And that kind of a plant is called a deciduous plant. And these are all new leaves that it just grew this spring. That's a hard word. Can you say deciduous? Very good, deciduous. Oh, so there's a yucca plant right there. And that will eventually make a flower later in the spring into the summer. But right there, there's a pretty little flower. That is called a yellow violet. We don't see a lot of these up here in the mountain park. I'm happy to see this one today. When the birds are singing like that, you know it is springtime. Okay, so here is another sign of spring. Those pretty yellow daisies are called senecio. And they only come out when it is springtime. And if you look closely, you can see a little insect on that flower there. So here's another one of those deciduous plants. This is called wax currant. And those leaves there just grew the last couple of weeks. And then those little white flowers, if you look at those little white flowers, they're going to turn into a red berry. And birds love to eat those berries. So that is wax currant. So I hope you enjoyed our springtime hike in the mountain park. And I hope that you will get outside and enjoy some nature and look for signs of spring. Bye. Valdoree, Valdora, Valdoree, Valdora, Valdoree, Valdora, come join my happy song.